Welcome to February Favourites. So, let's get started. I hope you've all been well. I'm, usual. Go to the gym, come back, coffee, lunch, but that's beside the point. We're talking about favourites here, so let's get on with it. Right, number one, this is because I watched, I don't know how to, I think it's Risa, R-I-S-A. She did an eyeshadow tutorial over a year ago on how to apply eyeshadow to hooded eyes. And as I was watching it, she used the Chanel Mystic Eyes quad. And I thought to myself, hang on a minute, I've got that quad. I've had it for years. I had to dig it right out and use it. So this is the Mystic Eyes quad by Chanel. I used to use this religiously. I mean, this has to be the easiest eyeshadow palette to use. And I remember I bought it because of, what was her name now? Lauren? She used to sell the necklaces in Florida. Oh God, I can't remember her name. Anyway, I got it because of her. I don't watch her anymore, but I got it because of her. And this was always my go-to night out eyeshadow palette. Seriously, even now, like last year when I went to a wedding, I sort of was like, needed to get ready quite quickly. And I pulled this out because this just gives you, I've got it on now, on my eyes now. This just gives you the ultimate smoky eye, day look, night look. And the way I normally use it is I use the pink all over the eyelid and then I go with the darker colours into the crease. But when Ressa used it, she used the light brown over the lid. And I've got hooded eyelids, and the fact that she had the same palette, I was like, oh my God, I can recreate the same eye look. Fantastic. So I followed all her steps, and it's a brilliant, brilliant tutorial, so you must watch it. I'll link it below. But yeah, I just love this eyeshadow palette. I don't think I would ever buy any Chanel ever again, but I particularly love these colours and they work beautifully together. I wore this for New Year's Eve years ago, Christmas parties, nights out. I've always gone for this because it's a really quick glam eye look, like unbelievable. So yes, that was really nice. I thought I'm gonna dig that out. So really, really love that. It's a firm favourite of mine for years and years and years, so love that. Then next up I've got mascara, and that's the Total Temptation by Maybelline. I love this mascara. It smells lovely. It's really conditioning on the lashes. It's got a nice like natural bristle brush, so it's not kind of rubbery. It doesn't like poke you in the eyes. It's a good length. It gets into the lashes. It's got a pointy tip that I can get into the inner corners as well. I mean, it's just, the packaging's lovely and it's a really nice mascara, so I love that. I used to love the Maybelline 1x1, but I don't think they do it here in the UK anymore. That was my favourite. I had that one for years, but yeah, I love that. Then I've got, you may have seen it in my Get Ready With Me, this is the Skinceuticals HA Intensifier Multifunctional Serum to help amplify skin's hyaluronic acid levels. This stuff is incredible. It is just, you know what it reminds me of? R&R. Is it R&R? A&R? Estee Lauder's Overnight Repair, because it's hyaluronic acid, but it just plumps up skin. I use this at night. It says to use it AM, PM, but I like to use it at night specifically. And when I wake up in the morning, my skin is just plumped. Like, it is so beautiful. It just, especially if you're using retin-A, it's amazing for that. So I just love the intensity of the hydration, and I'll only use it when I need it. Well, so far I've been using it every day because I just love the effect. I love waking up in the morning going, ooh, in the mirror. So really, really like this. This was actually sent to me by Skinceuticals. I think it's about £85, which, goodness gracious, when this runs out. This is the first thing I've tried from them and I'm rather impressed. So I want to kind of delve in a bit deeper and maybe try some of their other products, but really, really like that. So yeah, that's pretty amazing. Then for body, I've got the Superdrug Vitamin E Intense Skincare All Over Body cream. Now, you know, I finished my Kiehl's creme de corps. It's £48. So I thought, am I going to shell out another £48 for it? No. You know, because you've got to prioritise what you're spending month to month. So I picked this up from Superdrug. 24-hour moisturisation, high in antioxidants, defends against environmental damage, and this was about £1.99, £2.99, under £5 basically. Okay, Superdrug Zone. And it is, I mean, it's a pot of beautifulness. It smells clean, it hydrates, it nourishes, it moisturizes. I've got to say, it does a pretty good job for the price. I thought, you know what, I'm going to try. I'm kind of doing this thing now where I'm replacing my extremely expensive stuff with sort of drugstore and just seeing, you know, is there a balance? Is there a possibility that one could be better and I could just go with the cheaper one for now? But yeah, the vitamin E, I mean, I am really impressed. It smells nice, it hydrates, it keeps my body moist. Moist. Yeah, you know, it doesn't like some creams you put on and then it just disappears. I don't like, I know the creme de corps was a pump, but you know there's other pump ones and they're not really hydrating. This I can scoop it out. I don't have to think, oh, am I wasting it? I can slap it all over my body and it does the job, and I'm quite impressed. Superdrug. Speaking of creams, I needed a hand cream because good lord, my cuticles were just diabolical, and the hand cream I had was so strongly scented but didn't moisturize at all. I just chucked it. Again, I wanted to go for something a little bit more affordable, so I got the Palmer's Coconut Oil Formula hand cream. I was gonna get a Dove one, or you know, all these anti-aging ones at like $5.99. I'm like, it's a bit much for a hand cream. I wanted one from John Masters Organics that I had a sample of, £14. I thought, for a hand cream, I don't think I can do it. So I picked this up. It's coconut oil hand cream with vitamin E, no parabens, no sulfates, no mineral oil, no gluten, no sulfates, no dyes, not natural coconut oil, 24-hour moisturization. I love the little tube it comes in. I love coconut, smells amazing. This was $1.99 and it's really good. It's really, really good. It hydrates my hands, but because it's got the coconut oil, it works on the cuticles. So if you've got dry cuticles, look for a hand cream that's got an oil in it. It doesn't leave your hands greasy or oily, but it works on the cutes, and that's why I like it. It's so good, I've been using it on my feet because it's a really it's quite thick. The smell is beautiful. It's that coconutty beach Bahama, lovely. But yeah, I like using it on my feet. I don't know if they've got one for feet, but really, really love this. Cannot go anywhere with that because there's nothing worse than being en route and having dry hands. Oh my god. Oh, did you have that thing when you were like younger and you're at school and you wore tights? Oh, and girls would pull up their tights and they'd have that sound of tights, of nylon, and ooh, they used to make my teeth go funny. Yeah, I just need to have creamed hands for pulling up tights. Don't wear tights anymore, good lord. Okay, next up, what should we talk about next? Snack. These are called Mallow and Marsh. And there's lots of different flavors, but this one is coconut marshmallows coated in 70% dark chocolate, and they're snacking marshmallows and 100% natural, handmade in England, no artificial colours or preservatives, and it is per piece, it's 45 calories per piece, and they look like this, and they are after dinner when you want something sweet, 2 of these and you're good. They are just so delicious. My other favourite, these are actually, you know what they taste like? Bounties. Have you ever had a Bounty? Yes, but healthy version. They've got a raspberry flavour and it is just divine. I love these. Snacking marshmallows, lovely. Then next up I've got gum. Now, I find gum very difficult to find here in the UK. Like in America, you get all these amazing different gums, and I used to love Winter Fresh. My cousins used to have Winter Fresh, and then I was obsessed with it. I bought tons of it. Winter Fresh, that was my favourite. Here, you kind of, I don't know, you know how some chewing gum gets kind of dry? Anyway, I picked this up in Superdrug. It's the Peppermint Dental Chewing Gum. So it reduces plaque, helps prevent acid attacks, freshens breath, and it is 100% xylitol. So it's good for your teeth. It's not got, they're sugar-free, and they're dentist approved. So I really wanted, I didn't just want to chew some sugary old gum, do you know what I mean? Like after a meal, I want something like, I like all the dentist stuff. I love dentist mouthwash, dentist toothpaste. I love that dentist taste. So when I saw these, I was like, oh my gosh. It says, to get the dental benefits of Peppersmith, chew 5 pieces per day, essentially effective after snacks and meals. So dentist recommended, and they are just in a little packet like this, really easy, so they keep kind of fresh, and they're just like little chiclets like that. And you get them in the Superdrug, and they have got that dentist fresh taste. I love these. Okay, next up, cleaning. Have I mentioned the Zoflora before? I think I have on my Instagram stories. I've just thrown the packaging away, but bloody hell. So they're Zoflora, and they are the disinfectant, concentrated disinfectant in Linen Fresh and Twilight. Now I know a lot of YouTubers are flogging these like there is no tomorrow. Like there must be some huge paid promotion going on, because these girls are flogging the Zoflora like nobody's business. I never heard of it before. So I picked one up ages ago for my bins. My bins is another story. I don't know in America, but in the UK we've got food bins. So you've got your recycling bin, your non-recyclable, and then you have a bin that's just food waste. And that goes in a biodegradable bag, and it gets collected once a week and gets burnt down as renewable sources, which is brilliant. Renewable fuels and stuff like that. It's really good. I love it. I'm really obsessed with recycling bins and what goes where. Anyway, I'm obsessed with the way things smell. Like I hate bad smells, like the bad smells of the sink and the bin and the... Anyway, so I clean my bins out religiously. And what I do is I put a capful, because this is an essential oil. It's very, very strong, but it's a disinfectant. So you're getting rid of all the nasties. I put a capful of the Twilight Zoflora into each bin. I swish it around, add a bit of hot water, dip it out, and your bins are gonna smell like the best thing ever. I mean, yeah, I clean my bins like a lot. I just love, and then because my bins are in like a drawer, so every time I open the drawer, you've got a nice fresh smell of Twilight. You can use these on your surfaces. You can use these down drains. I watched a whole video about it, you know, because it was just everywhere. You can use it on your radiators to, like, you know, when they heat up, the scent comes out. You can even dilute them into water, into a spray bottle, and use it as a disinfectant around the house. You can put it in your washing machine. There is so much you can do with them, because they are essential oils and they're very, very strong, but they kill 99.9% of bacteria. Now, so I love the Twilight scent because I just love this. And I've just picked up linen today for other parts of the house, because I thought, well, no one wants to be reminiscent of, oh, that's what the bin smells of. So I got a different flavour for that, different scent for that. So on your cushions, for example, I'm very much, once I do a hoover and like get the sofa all done, I like to disinfect the cushions and, you know, stuff like that. So these are really, really good Zoflora. They've got all different scents, and yeah, pretty obsessed, I've got to say. It works down the drains and everything. Amazing. Okay, and the last two things is, one is a book. I read a Kindle. I'm Kindle, okay, and I've written it down because the name is hard to say. So the book I'm currently reading is called A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. Now, this was shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize 2015, and it's a very, very good book. If you like a deep, meaningful story about relationships, conflict in relationships as in friends, growing up, and it's about these guys, these friends in New York. I've only started it, but again, it's the way it's described, you know, the description of each character. You hear a little bit about the beginning, what's going on in the beginning, but then she starts to go through each person. So we start talking about this person. What was his upbringing? What's happened in his life? What's brought him to where he is today? What's his relationship with the other guys? Next guy, how was he brought up? Where did he used to live? Why is he the way that he is? You know, their education, their jobs, what they're doing, all in New York. It's really, really good if you're looking for a good book. Now, I've said this before, I like to read before I go to bed. So I go to bed around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. Depends if I'm watching a program. But yeah, I like to read a story because I want to kind of relax my mind. And if I read a story, I really disappear. I really invest into the book and I kind of really absorb what's going on in the book. And I find as I start to fall asleep, I literally just think about the characters in the book and the story and I fall asleep. Whereas if I read something that's factual or self-helpful, I'm kind of, you know, sort of too energized about it and then I start thinking too much. Stories, you don't think, you disappear. Like programs and films, you disappear. And it's really, I like a good gritty book. I really do. I like to be, you know, and I like description. Anyway, it's a very, very good book if you're looking for a book to read. Read it. It's amazing. My sister read it. She loves it. Okay. And the last thing is, I'm so late to the bandwagon, podcasts. So I'm listening to a podcast at the moment and I'm listening to Under the Skin with Russell Brand. I'm a huge Russell Brand fan. He's just, I mean, he's just really funny, but he's also very intellectual, very intelligent, and he loves a good philosophical conversation, as do I. And I've been listening to his podcast, and every day he talks to somebody else. He talks to someone about jiu-jitsu, I was listening today, egos and drinking, and, you know, just general things in life. He has guests on and he has discussions about life. And I love things like that. I absolutely love it. You know, if I'm doing my work or I'm just pottering around in the kitchen and sometimes I'm like, oh, I haven't got any new music to listen to. I don't want to listen to any music. I listen to that. That's what, you know. And I just love the way he talks. I like his way of thinking. I like his philosophies. I like how he's changed his life around, you know. And I just find him very interesting because I love a good philosophical conversation. Like, I am not one to have a chat of, hey, so what do you do? Like, that just sends me over the edge. I'm like mortified. Like, I don't want to talk. Do you know what I mean? But if you come up to me and say, so what's your how do you feel about the spiritual nature of the Buddhist monks and blah blah blah, you know, I like that kind of conversation. Deep, meaningful, interesting. It's got depth and soul and I can learn something from it. Yeah, so I'm really enjoying that very much. So yes, those were my February favourites. I hope you enjoyed them as much as I did telling you. I hope you're having a great week and I shall see you soon. Bye.